Now then, we have got here, and I know it looks awful, and the bar is absolutely seized solid, but it is a, what is it? Oh, it's an MS 180, yeah, and as you can see, it looks like it's been abused quite badly. But look at that bar, it's solid. I'm going to have to take that apart. I'm going to have to clean all this lot up. But interesting thing is, yeah, I'll just turn this round so it's facing the right way. It's got some, can you hear that? It's got some compression. Just have a real brief look. Oh, that's not too bad. That's the mucky side inside, yeah. That is not too bad. I was expecting it to be absolutely blocked. So let me just clean this up, a mixture of all sorts of degreasers, and take the bar off, and then we'll dig into it and see if it'll start. Obviously the first thing that's immediately is the chain brake is busted. Whether or not somebody didn't like chain brakes and just snapped it off, or it just got generally neglected and one half broke and then the other half broke later on, I don't know. But the amount of muck on that side case sort of makes me think they've used waste oil as chain oil, but you never know. Right, let's get it cleaned up and I'll get back to you. Okay, that looks a bit better. Not perfect, but it's better. And I thought, let's just those are mighty tight. Hang on a minute. Considering these go straight into plastic, that's not a good thing, being that tight. And did you see that bee? Yeah, the bees are out from the nest in the back of the tractor shed. Been there for a few years now. Right, let's have a look. This will tell me quite a lot. Why doesn't that come out? There we go. Oh, that doesn't look too bad, and the chain catcher is still intact. This is totally seized. I'll just twizzle that tensioner back a bit. It may be that this saw has not seen a lot of work, because apart from the rust, we've still got the Stihl paint on there. But look, it's rotten as a pear. But it was that way up, so it has been turned. And the sprocket has got a bit of wear, but it's not that bad. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. Let's just move the camera. There we go. Whoop. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, Okay, I'll clean that lot up. The inside of that case is not absolutely jammed packed, so you never know, might not have done a lot of work, but that chain is absolutely shot. I'm hoping the bar might be some good, but we'll have to wait and see. Before we go any further, a bit more investigation. I suspect something has dropped on this chain brake handle, because that is there we go. So something's dropped on that and busted that, but actually, and the chain brake was on, now it's not. There's not a lot of movement on that, so I don't really want to take this whole saw apart. Looking at the air filter, it doesn't look like it's done a lot of work. The chain, the cutters look in good condition, it's just been left to rot. The sprocket doesn't look too bad. Yeah, so if you imagine something's dropped on the chain brake handle and snapped it off and knocked the chain brake on, or the chain brake was on, and then yeah, so I'm going to put some fuel in this, not put the bar and chain back on. Well, the chain is scrap, the bar I might get away with, but I'm going to put some fuel in this and see if it will start. So that'll be the next part of this exciting investigation. Okay, I put a bit of fuel in this, so let's just try it. The choke's on. Okay, let's just give it a little bit of a drink. We're still in shot, we are. A little bit too much. Yeah, let's put the top back on. Okay, we won't want the choke on. Put it on half revs. So it starts and runs out of fuel, and then you dump a bit more fuel down its throat and it will start, rev quite nicely and run out of fuel. So I think the diaphragms in the carburettor are gooed up. So just put a bit more fuel down its throat and we'll get it to run. Then I'm going to leave it for a week and see if new fuel, a bit of new fuel has been pumped up, and that will start to work on all that goo in the carburettor and the diaphragms will come free, and then away we go. It runs sweet enough when it does run. I didn't check whether it would tick over, but let's just give it another start and hope for the best. A bit of patience here is the name of the game. We don't want it on choke, we want it on hard. So it was ticking over, but you can't really take that for granted because we're only talking about the fuel that we dumped in there. I'll leave it for a week. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, we've got to have the carburetor off and take it all apart. But from my experience, saws that have been left, they just goo up, and fresh fuel will gradually work through that goo. Right. For me, it'll be a week. For you, it'll be 3, 2, 1. Okay. It's 3 weeks later. Yeah, and this saw has sat there, hopefully with the new fuel soaking into various bits of old goo in the carburetor. I've not adjusted the carburetor at all. And if you're in this situation, I suggest you don't. You just get it to run a bit, leave it for a week or two, see if it runs up, put fresh fuel through it, leave it for a week or two. Yeah, because in the past I've rebuilt saws and got them to run and then adjusted the carburetor, and then 6 weeks later you've got to adjust it back once the new fuel has done its special magic work. So anyway, let's see if this starts, and cross fingers. I've not tried it, so I ought to have ear defenders on. Very important to protect your hearing. You know, it's alright, you young lads, I've seen them. They pass the test and then 2 or 3 weeks later you accidentally see them and they're not using ear defenders. But by the time they get to 50, they'll be cursing and wishing that they had. So anyway, let's give this a go. Choke on. Will it start again? There is oil in the tank, but there's no oil coming through yet. So that's a bit of a... Yeah, there's the oil hole down this end of that slot. Right. And here's another interesting thing. A bodgeroo. Look, they've obviously lost the circlip. And there's just a bit of bent wire there. I'm sure I've got a circlip, but I shall take that off and grease the bearing. Very important, grease the bearing. Yeah, really dry bearings will increase the risk of chain creep. Alright, so that's amazing. Yeah, wow. Right, but that's a problem. It might be a problem. I'm going to leave this now to soak for another week or two and then we'll start it again. But there you go. Now, the chain and the sprocket I'm going to do a separate video, and I'm going to try and rescue those. So look out for that. It'll be a couple of weeks time. But there you go. It's a MS 180. Yeah, rescued from the pile of detritus and muck and scrap things. I mean, it looked, when you saw it first, it looked like there's no chance, but we're getting there. Yeah, but somebody who didn't want to spend any money, yeah, and I suspect they put engine oil in with the petrol, which was half the reason why all the diaphragms and everything were gooed up. But at least it started. Right, comments, discussion, tell me what you think. Yeah, and let's go as far as we can see and catch up with you soon. Cheers for now.